All right, Cryptos R Us price action trading strategy. How will we trade this market that's coming up? We're looking at Bitcoin, and we can see that an inverse head and shoulders is about to be playing out here. Just in my personal opinion, not any financial advice, but you could see this being a shoulder followed by a head right here, followed by a secondary shoulder. May dip a little bit lower to test this black trend line, so we could say here and up, but it is a very good option to be looking at Bitcoin at the moment, as it does have some very strong support, as we had recommended around 74,000. And when you look at that in the bigger time frame, you can see that it's at the 0.618 exactly right here on this orange box, and it tested within this zone and then had an immediate support and broke up above this black trend line. Further on, we're looking at XCN and XYO, but moving on to Dogecoin. Dogecoin is also building some support, starting to try and fill out this right shoulder and push back up to 19 cents before having some more consolidation, moving sideways, and then eventually pushing upward along with the rest of the market. We've been looking at Toshi in and out because it's a meme coin just for fun. And when you look at the daily, it is actually trying to hold above the 200 EMA in the 4 hour. And you can't see it in this graph, but we'll move it back to the 4 hour, and you can see that it is trying to test above this blue line that's moving downwards. And when we can get some holding above this blue line, we'll eventually see it push up to 0.0004 and eventually higher. However, keep in mind it is a meme coin for Coinbase. Moving on to BNT, just real quick, in and out. It is building some support. It built off the 0.32, which was its previous low, and had immediate rejection and pushed up towards the 200 EMA. As we can see back here in March 26th, it got rejected after trying to hold above that and came down even further, so just keep that in mind. But BNT does have some potential to move upwards back towards $1. Torn, I brought it up a while ago. It's also trying to hold above 200 EMA, but it does have an all-time high of around 400 plus. So if you're just looking to do some sports bet gambling type stuff, $7, hold it and sell it at a higher point, but it helps wash Bitcoin. So if you're trying to be anonymous, Torn's definitely something to look into. Also not advice, just letting you know what that coin does. DNT, also similar to BNT, it is trying to push back up. It's holding above the 200 EMA, and we do want to see it close and hold above that for a little bit longer and push above this orange trend line right here, which was drawn from a previous point in time for DNT. But it does have some pretty volatile spikes, as you can see happen here on January 25th. So we could see a spike pushing up to the 0.045 and potential rejection. Just waiting to see what the rest of the market does. Now what everybody's been waiting for, XRP, XLM, XYO, and XCN. XRP holding steady. It had the test right at the 1.6 like we suggested or recommended. If you're in my daily trading channel or my signal channel, you have caught that trade. And we are kind of on a swing trade with XRP always. Eventually it will be worth a lot of money, so just keep that in mind. Build your bag with XRP, and we're probably going to see some consolidation holding above the black trend line going upwards, and then eventually pushing up towards this, maybe a little bit of rejection before breaking out. If not, you could see a further retracement all the way down to around $1, maybe $1.20. But it's debatable. I believe strongly that XRP will hold and wait for the bull market in Bitcoin to start moving up as well. XLM, definitely a good buy right now. Not financial advice, and we are moving within this pendant as well. If you look at this black downward trend line, we do want to see it come up and start hitting that, and you could always readjust this bottom trend line and push it like this to make it more of a pendant. However, we could see a further retracement down to 14 cents or lower, But with the bull market about to start kicking in this year, we could see this push up above this 200 EMA, the blue line, and start tracing upwards. If we consider this the bottom and we use Fibonacci to test this, you could say its high was at 64, retracement. So the range, we could see a little bit of rejection is at this previous, I guess, high from this chart, and that's around 0.30 cents, and we are at 0.25, so a pretty nice potential increase to try and capture that, but you always want to make sure it closes and holds above that 200 EMA, just in my trading analysis, and that's a potential 18% scalp, but I believe we could see some longer sideways movement on XLM. XYO definitely also trying to hold above the 200 EMA, also forming a cup and handle, similar to a lot of the other patterns we've been looking at. We could extend this a little bit more, and we can see potentially by May 14th there be some strong movement, but just keep XYO on your radar, as it is also testing outside of this downward wedge and had the support and now has the potential to start moving upwards back to 2 cents and higher. And XCN, it had that amazing pump back here on April 10th to 11th, and we are starting to form a flag, I imagine. However, this could test back down towards the 200 EMA before gaining some more support and pushing over this downward trend line, moving upwards within the cup and handle pattern. So that's it for today. Keep all of that in mind. If we're doing a Fibonacci real quick from the top at this point, I believe it was somewhere around here to here, we did test almost to the 0.618. We hit the 0.5 mark, and now we are getting a little bit of consolidation movement. But XCN, I believe, is going to be taking off heavily, so keep that in mind. And I always recommend, if you want free money, Grass, if you use your broadband internet, you just download the application. It doesn't take any of your data, and you can get points, which eventually turns into tokens, which you can cash out for real money. I also recommend MEXC, lowest trading fees on the platform. All these links are listed below, and same with Coinbase. The links are listed below. Coinbase is handing out free airdrop money to anybody who signs up first time. That's it for today. I will see you guys on the next one.